Chapter 5 The Wop. Hamburger sits down with the egg and watches it with her hamburger eyes. She stares and waits. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes. 15 minutes.
Alright, this stupid hecking kid is not hatching, and I'm not gonna sit here in silence and wait for the stupid hecking kid pig to hatch while I watch it with my very real hamburger eyeballs.
Hamburger flips through her meaty thighs and finds her very real, very legitimate Apple AirPods Pro White and puts them in her ears. Little does she know, they are uncharged and everyone in the world can hear her putting on her shitty podcast.
Hello, and welcome to this very mind-spacious and relaxing exercise. Today we will be exploring the Namaste aspects of Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. I want you to start by taking a very deep and much-needed breath of fresh air. Now that we've completed our breathing exercise, everyone must now lay down on their back and find a comfortable position.
Hamburger does not have a back. Hamburger flops on the floor and lets out a loud moan.
Please take a moment to close your eyes and lift your legs in the air and sing hee-haw to the anthem that our Lord has blessed us with.
Hamburger does not have legs, but instead pushes her bottom bun as far up in the air as she can. The egg does not have eyes yet, and for that it should be thankful. This was not a sight anybody wanted to see. Hamburger is exposing herself in the middle of a field. Hee-haw! Hamburger shouts in the manliest voice she can muster, and with slight arousal.
If you have them equipped, please wiggle your squiggly ball sacks extra violently, because that's what Daddy LMFAO would have wanted. Everyone, expose yourself in ways you have never been exposed before.
Hamburger grunts in satisfaction as she rubs her buns faster than she ever has before. The egg rattles a little bit as the friction that Hamburger is creating runs through the ground. The earth below her starts to shake, but she doesn't notice. She just keeps rubbing.
Ugh, can you feel that too?
Harley asks Rachel as they continue to chase Peppa. You mean the violent shaking and the sound of all the trees behind us falling?
Yeah, that. And also the moans of a giant entity entering our atmosphere.
I feel it. They continue running.
Now as this song plays in your ears, and you listen to the sweet, sweet words that Daddy LMFAO is saying, please turn on your stomach and kiss the ground beneath you.
Hamburger grunts sexually one more time as she releases her buns and flips on her side so that her weird hamburger face is facing the ground. She puckers her patty and starts salivating violently. She kisses the ground the best she can. It starts shaking even more. It has gotten to the point where the egg looks like it's breakdancing beside her. The ground splits open beneath them. Hamburger jumps out of her trance and starts panicking. Her buns are frilled. Her patty is soaking wet. Her lettuce, quite crisp. Her saucy LMFAO podcast has reborn her into a new Big Mac. She ninja rolls over to the egg and absorbs it into her being for safekeeping. She cha-chas real smooth out of the way of the crack and plops down into a safe area where she can still see the crack opening. A low rumbling comes from the crack. That low rumbling disturbs anyone within a 2-foot radius. Slime starts pouring it out of the crack and gets the bottom of Hamburger's very new transformed bun a little wet.
It is I, the Wop!
Before the Wop could finish its sentence, a really lumpy cloud with cankles who was strolling by stops in his tracks out of the pure curiosity of the voluptuous lady parts that have emerged from the earth. Whoa, my guy, that's some sick poon you got, the cloud says in a surfer guy voice. The Wop doesn't have a face, but you can tell it's angry by the comment. It visibly does a kegel as air shoots out of the opening. The cloud is blown away and moans as it disappears into the atmosphere. The Wop concentrates on where it left off.
I haveth heard the sounds of my people. Who haveth summoned me?
The hamburger steps out of the tree line to show herself. She said nothing. The Wop took one look at her and said,
Oh, please, spare me of your banality. Do not try to seduce me nor bore me with the belligerence of your insolence.
Did you just call me fat?
The hamburger asks.
Ha! If there's anything fat here, it's this big, morbidly obese, okra sticky, tsunami watch, cowabunga. The opening of Icky Thump by the White Stripes plays in the foreground. Slip and slide, back talking, aloe vera plant, come get y'all juice. Silky, lip gloss tube, the whole tube. Enter the dragon, death grip, paraben free. Are you ready, kids? Accessories included, bubble blowing. Aye, aye, Captain! Loud, smacking, soul surfer, adept waterbounding, pinhole, tight coochie. That stands before you, my thane.
My lord.
Hamburger bows before the wop.
Wretched is how I feel as I spew these words of hostility around my lips. This strange land is the beauty of my seduction. Oh, how I long to ravish the concubines of its clavicle. But first, we must silence these roars that stem from my fundus, for it is only fit for a queen such as I to dine on revenge after a day of duly wages. You, my hamburger, my seed, my young loin, the mirrored me that spews from my mayonnaise. You must save the befriended and ravish the opposing side,
The wop says poetically.
I did not understand a word of that.
The hamburger states.
Neither did I. What I'm trying to say is, I know who you are, hamburger, and I know that your friends are in trouble.
How were they in trouble, my lord?
Well, since Carl won't say it, I will. I've been watching over you guys since you pulled up to the doghouse. I was going to help you guys right then and there, but a force much bigger than mine stopped me and put me in the ground. You see, Carl has been keeping the real identity of the one who put the curse on Harley a secret, and his own identity as well.
Carl's not Carl?
Hamburger says confused.
No, Carl is Carl, but he is also a hairless goddess. And you may be wondering what that is, and I'll explain it to you. He was supposedly created to procreate with every person with a vagina in the tri-state area, and Wisconsin, to create tentacle children to repopulate the world after the humans destroy it. But there's more to it than that, you see. I know something that Carl doesn't know about himself.
And what's that?
She asks.
That it's all a lie.